Hello and welcome back to Emperor of the Fading Suns. So, first off, wanted to mention I'm gonna try something a little bit different here. Some people seem to like the idea of speeding up the videos and stuff like that, and I kind of like it too. It takes a bit of the pressure off me to be constantly talking. And so what I decided to do, or I'm gonna try, is when I have something to say, the game will play at normal speed, or heck, half the time it'll probably actually be just me looking at a screen like this and talking. But the rest of the time, if I don't have anything to say, I'm just gonna have the video start to speed up. And so I turned off sound effects because syncing those up is almost impossible if I'm playing with timelines and things like that. Or I have to accelerate the music as well, which would just sound weird. So I turned off all the sound effects and stuff like that. So we'll see how this goes. Let me know. The other thing too is I've been going pretty hard at trying to put these out at a clip, and I'm not going to be able to sustain it. I procrastinated on a bunch of stuff and, real life calls. So I am going to be slowing down a little bit, partially as well because I teach junior high, and realistically I'm a couple months out from report cards. So that's a massive time sink coming up for me soon. And I'd like to have a bit of a backlog, or a back catalog to kind of see me through that so I can try and keep uploading regularly. But yeah, so that's the plan. I would like to turn this into a Let's Play and try to see it through to the end and finish the game. So yeah, that's where we're going from here. Brought us back to Vera Cruze here before rolling the turn, because there was something that came up in the comments of episode 4, where he was talking about how he liked the idea of building the base on Vera Cruze to sort of prepare for that invasion and stuff like that. And he mentioned Universal Warehouse, and I wanted to kind of speak to that because, yeah, you definitely have to engage in a planetary invasion very, very differently if you have Universal Warehouse turned off. You have to stage this and be very specific, like drop scouts first, find a spot that you can get food, build your fort there, get food on planet so people don't starve. It's a process, and I'm not going to get into that, but trust me, turning on Universal Warehouse, even if you don't plan on beating the game, can be a lot of fun just to try and stage another invasion of another planet. So yeah, it can get very micromanagey towards the end, and if I were to recommend any one single trait, if you played with Universal Warehouse off, I would say get the trait that gives you bonus food, because making a planet self-sustaining is absolutely essential. With, like, you can't have your city starving and your soldiers starving. It just doesn't work. So get the bonus food. It's that simple. Anyhow, I don't want to talk too much about that because this is supposed to be aimed at newer players. So let's head back out and we'll roll the turn. So factories produced medium tanks. Got a lot of metal. I'm going to keep churning out tanks to keep the invasion going, I think. Do I want another engineer? I'll build nothing for now. Nothing there. She rejects terms. So that's too bad. I was kind of hoping to get that because we're coming up on the Regency elections. And that's an important thing. And even just getting them to agree to an alliance would be big this early in the game. Having somebody at your back is good. He's giving me money for the mega chassis though. That's okay. And yes, region elections will happen next turn. I think I only sent the 2 messages this time. She's threatening me. He wants psychosocial for 400. Sure. Maybe you want to be friends then, Al Malik. Worth a shot. Okay. Where do we want to go? Let's do Diplo first. I still want to work on Ducados. I think they'd be a good ally. Now, I'm debating, do I want to poke Stigmata? I really don't think I want to poke Stigmata. Because we've been getting pop-ups that the aliens have been capturing things on Stigmata. That means there's a good chance they have a fleet in orbit. So if they have a fleet in orbit, my little frigate here will get eaten. And it would be bad. And that would be sad. So yeah, we'll go down that way. We'll leave Stigmata alone for now. I don't know what else I have to explore, though. I guess Vindikish. I guess you're kind of going this way. Let's check out Cadiz. That should really be in our space. Cadiz is a city in Spain, and the Hazat are based on Spanish nobility, so we'll conquer Cadiz. Though you can see here, we've got another big Imperial fleet, and that's because they're trying to contain these dudes. And this is the fleet that I actually want. I mean, realistically, I'd probably sneak a little bit from Stigmata as well, but I'll send the destroyers and frigates up, because all I care about is the ability to bombard. And I might pull a couple of dreadnoughts from that fleet if I get a fleet commander. Or when I get fleet commander, because I will at some point, I'm sure. It tends to be quite a few elections. Okay, we got the bulk hauler here. You are off to Vera Cruze. Oh, right. Okay, that's one thing. I'm waiting to hear the sound effect of the bulk haulers and stuff going. Okay, that's something I'll have to get used to. Or maybe I just play with the sound effects on and have them really quiet so I hear them, but maybe you guys don't so much. Okay. Now, let's see. Where do I want to build a city? I'd like to go closer to that Arboreum. And then, yeah, I could I'll drop him here, build a road, and then retreat back to here to build my fort right there. And that'll give me a route up into these cities. That sounds good. Oop. There we go. And I don't need you on here anymore, and it's dangerous. So away you go. Build me a road, please. And build me a fort, please. Okay, I can tell you this much. I'm not a massive fan of having 0 sound effects. So we're going to sentry that guy in, and you are going to right away start building an infantry legion. That is the purpose of that fort, because I don't want to be transporting infantry back and forth. And the bulk hauler will be landing next turn, and then we should be about ready to start rolling out. At least a little bit. Okay, I need to use the group finder here. I cannot remember where my other... Okay, you're over here with the Griffin. Let's go to this mine. Okay, so this... I'm going to take that Griffin with me, I think. And I'll take one of my power legions. Doop, doop. And you'll launch. fly over that way. I guess the other thing I could do is, because I separate out my sound anyhow, I could have just, if I put up with it for tonight, I could just have literally this soundtrack playing in the background, and then I could just not use the one that I record. Maybe I'll do that. And I don't know. Okay, we'll see. Just the lack of sound effects is bothering me. Evil Sentry. Okay, let's see. We still got these ruins down here to deal with. That was another interesting thing that came up in the comments in the last video, was how ruins can be very unpredictable. I am being supremely confident that I'm not poking a bear here, because it can get they can get dangerous, like legitimately so. Now I have this assault lander. Could go up, down, up again. Wouldn't mind bringing something else along for the ride into those ruins. Could do the infantry and the Power Legion. Yes, I will collect them as well. Because this is not a great force here. Part of me also wishes I had a anti-air something, because you will sometimes find planes and stuff in ruins. The comment has me scared now, basically, is what's happened. But no, we are confident. We are the Hazat. We will take this ruin. Or should I build this guy? I wonder. A lot of trace in there, huh? It's food. Lots of food. Okay, let's whip off up this way. I'm wondering if I'm being greedy. I want to see if I can get Exotica and Trace. One thing I will say is, don't overlook this city finder, or that, like, because you can figure out like all the what am I building where. It even has it pop up on the mini map here, so it'll show you what planet it's being built on and where it's being built on the planet. So don't overlook this screen at all. It's very useful. Like, you can even build from this. Like, once you get good, this can be a really good way as the game gets bigger to manage your holdings. Saves you clicking on a million things. Build something. Okay, anyhow, sorry, I'm distracting myself. Enough to get one gunship. Just started. These are pretty tanky for airplanes. They have quite a bit of armor. 35 armor for a air unit is pretty darn good. And they can do good damage against a lot of different things. And they are more forgiving than the other planes if you happen to run out of fuel. They have to get picked up and towed back, so it's a massive pain, but you don't necessarily lose it. So that's something good to keep in mind. They tend to be a bit more survivable than you're still building a medium tank. And actually, I think I might... Yeah, I can do... Oh, I don't want to build nothing. I want to build an infantry legion. We'll have you build another engineer. Okay, so I think now I've got lots of trace coming in. So now I believe, and lots of energy. So I'm past the point I should be building a electronics factory. So we are going to build that right here. Where's our electronics? There it is. Okay, so now I've got electronics income. I'm only getting 4 right now, but that will grow as the health of my city grows. So that'll help, and my loyalty is pretty decent actually, so I'm not going to take a ding there, or much of a ding there. Let's dump the rest of the metal in here. Double check my Diplo. I'm going to actually talk to Saladin more to here too. So you're caught up with me on tech. Do you have tech to give me? Oh no, I could give him tech. I could give him infantry legions. Never mind. Let's see. Give me. If you'll give me the fleet, and I will give you technology. How about for an infantry legion? Infantry legions are good. And I'll give you... No, I don't want to do that to more than one person. Sign an alliance with you. I mean, realistically, there's a good chance nobody's elected. I'd actually be somewhat surprised if we did have somebody win the actual election, because chances are what's going to happen is I'm going to give my votes to Ducados. That'll give them 10. I'll have 0. Everybody else will vote for themselves. And then the league and the church will basically vote randomly, or effectively randomly. So unless one of the two of them happens to really like Ducados, then they just, Ducados doesn't have the votes. And they probably don't particularly like Ducados. So, okay, anyhow, let's roll this turn. Cast my vote. Oh, I didn't actually promise them. Okay, we'll just vote for myself then. Got a medium tank. We'll build another. Gonna try and save a bit of metal and not produce another engineer. Rejects my terms. Yeah, I guess it's too late. I can't. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. That tends to be a opening thing that all of them have a tendency to do. Okay, go check out Severus. Oh, hello. Is your battle fleet? You've been landing your bulk hauler where you shouldn't. Okay, got a full big ol' stack coming down here now. Sorry, I thought I had them both selected. Okay. Let's fire you two back up into space. Again, it's kind of dangerous here. And let's go... Well, we'll fly the fighter out here first. see what he can see. Got some units there. There's a lab here. Cool. Labs are good. How well defended are you is the question. Got more metal, gems. I'm liking this so far. Got ruins. A lot of this is, honestly, I don't know. Do I not remember, or do I, like, are these somewhat randomly generated? You tell me. Is this what Vera Cruze always looks like? Because I can't remember off the top of my head. Okay, so we got a pretty good stack here. Infantry, tank killers, self-propelled guns. This is a beefy army. So let's go kick these guys in the... Yeah, well, chewing through them. Bit of damage, not much though. Oh, we got a gun. Oh, go ahead and capture that. And we will move all the infantry into the arboreum and that damaged tank, just because the movement points left, and we will have you lot pop back down to the fort. We'll hold them both. Hopefully the arboreum does okay, but they got power armor. They're fine. And you are going to build militia. Okay, nice. That has been taken. And you're continuing to build more. We got food on Vera Cruze now. That is excellent. Where you're hanging out over Byzantium right now. Oh, no, you aren't hanging out over Byzantium. Where are you? You're above Gwyneth. There you are. That was weird. I don't know why Byzantium's flashing. So we're pretty well scouted here. That heads back to Stigmata. We have a map of Cricetorum, so... Okay, I guess you've explored everything you can up there. Oh, what's going on in Cricetorum? The League and the Church are here. And... oh. I suspect that Kish is making a move on Cricetorum here. Okay, well, not unexpected. I would be doing the same if I were Lihalan. Honestly, control of Cricetorum might well be why Lihalan is considered to have like the easy start. I don't see it. I think it might just be preference though. I don't like their planet is what it boils down to. Or their homeworld. And I think just the homeworld is such a defining feature of the house that, yeah, I guess Lihalan just rubs me the wrong way. Okay. Now we have these guys, and I was going to send them, right, I was sending them to the ruin. Actually, I will leave them in orbit for a moment. I'm going to poke the ruin first, because they can land and... where'd those guys go? There's my ruin. But yeah, I'm going to poke them with the militia first. After I group all these guys together. Oh, maybe it'll be one more turn. Well, I guess... no, that's a... do I wait another turn? I don't. Oh no. Oh no, no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh dear. Okay, this is a problem. This is one of the best units in the game. Those are also no slouch, though I think those might be the anti-air version. I hope. Okay, hover anti-air. Okay, I just don't want to bring a... Okay, so they're not horrible. Okay. So at least these guys aren't absolutely horrific. The hover anti-air. I'm not hitting them with airplanes, so I'm okay. The Shock Legion is scary. And the Wolverine's just a Wolverine. That's not scary. But I think I'm feeling confident. I am feeling, and I've got the Vlad Cruiser here. We'll bombard them. I'm feeling okay. I'll bombard first, actually. Okay, well, we won't accomplish much with our bombardment. Hopefully that is not a portent of what's to come. You head back up into space for now. And with that, actually, do I want... I think I do want to bring, like, more stuff to this fight. Because it's tough. So let's do that. Okay, hopefully this is enough. Ironically enough, the assault landers do have actually not a terrible close combat rating. Though I do worry that the anti-air tanks might eat them alive. Okay. Oh, I forgot to build roads. Okay, we're going to go here. And we are going to build a farm because I'm doing pretty okay on trace. I've got a pretty, yeah, 40 points of trace. I'm doing okay on that. I'm only getting 8 exotics. So let's do a farm. Okay, so yeah, I've got a second farm going there. And what I'm actually going to do is, just in case, I'm going to book this guy around here so that if this demolishes this stack, any survivors can maybe make it to the ships. Do a little Dunkirk. You go ahead up to there. As you can see, I tend to use the shield generator as a staging ground. Okay. We got the gunship, we got another medium tank. Engineers are on their way. We're doing okay. I never popped those ruins. I'm an idiot. Okay, well, back to the mine with you. What a dummy I was. I mean, I guess, okay, I got all of the things to the ruin that's actually kind of scary here. But yeah, that was dumb. I completely forgot about that. Okay. Meditation's completed. Okay, so I've got that. Now, next up, I've got options. So I could go for Prenabindu. That would get me the Tracker Legions. Tracker Legions are great as scouts. I really like starting with psychosocial engineering because you begin with meditation, so it's a much faster, like you can get there the same way I got to infantry legions. I'm thinking maybe I do that because the other option is I go for special forces. And special forces are cool, but actually I'm going to be getting, yeah, I like, we'll go Prenabindu for now. Because no matter what, one of these engineers is building another lab. That lab will start researching the other one, is the plan, I guess. And do I want to build another engineer? I feel like I might. I've got colonization to do, assuming I sort this nonsense out. So we'll do another engineer. Got ourselves our gunship. I've got enough. Hey, I can make another gunship. We will do that. I can't afford to build another engineer. Build another. Should really start using hotkeys. Okay, nobody won. I got my 5 votes. Probably the church and the league, because they would have started with their vanilla things, and they start with the church. They've got a friend in the church, and Al Malik starts with a friend in the league. So yeah, that would be why the vote turned out the way it did, I suspect. Should give me money for composite armor. Yeah, I'll take money for composite armor. Psychosocial for hospitals. I'll do that. Infantry legions for... sorry, dude. Gonna have to reject you, because I got hospitals from my girl there. Okay. I checked out Cadiz. Go up to Demoli. Okay. Oh, I really shouldn't start another turn. I'm going to put a cut in here. It's getting late. Sorry, I was getting carried away. But yeah, we'll see how this new format works. I'm going to have to figure out a way to get sound effects. That was driving me nuts. So we'll play around with that and yeah, go from there. But I will otherwise catch you all in the next episode. Cheers.